So I'm just going to do a quick review here. I just got out of the theaters and saw Nightmare Alley. Unfortunately, this film came out right when other bigger movies are coming out. Spider-Man No Way Home just came out. The Matrix Resurrections is about to come out, so it's kind of going to get buried because it's a quote-unquote smaller film. It's not a big budget film, even though it has great actors and it has a top-notch director. I have a feeling it's just going to get lost in the shuffle of these tentpole films. The thing about movies is if you want certain movies to get made, you have to go and see that type of movie, or else the movie companies are going to stop making them. So I had some time today and I wanted to check it out. There are a lot of great actors in this movie, and some have small roles, some have bigger roles, but this movie definitely centers around Bradley Cooper's character. And I can't even say enough of, I knew Bradley Cooper was a good actor from other dramas I've seen him in. He started out in comedy, but the last few dramas that he's been in, I realized even the way he changes his voice as he's portraying other characters, and he is the voice actor for Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. So that proves he's a good voice actor, but as he's acting in real film, as he's not voice acting, he does change his voice to his characters, which I thought was very interesting. And in this, he changes it multiple times because he's portraying, I guess, sort of a con man type of character. So depending on who he's talking to, I noticed his voice changes slightly. And I'm assuming that was intentional, but it was something I picked up on, and I was like, oh yeah, he is a good voice actor too. So he changes the inflection on his voice based on the scene or who he's talking to. But this is probably one of the best singular character films I've ever seen. This is definitely not a family film. It's rated R. It's a through and through adult storyline. It would be way over teenagers' heads, young kids' heads. And there are some gory elements to it, but not over the top. And it is definitely critical to the storyline to have some of that impact. There are no fantasy elements. Everything is very real, grounded. It takes place in the 40s. So the environment is awesome. There's carnival scenes in it. Guillermo del Toro is the director and co-writer, and he's obviously known for fantasy movies, action movies, things of that nature. When he's dabbled in drama before, I've actually not liked the material that he does when he makes straight dramas. I know he won a bunch of Academy Awards with his film Shape of Water, but that missed the mark for me, and I wasn't a big fan. Before that, I think Crimson Peak was a miss for me, so I do like him, and I love the way his films look, but the last few films, I had to say, weren't my favorites of his. So, but this one definitely, he's definitely elevated his game as far as being able to tell a cohesive story, but you can tell it's one of his films. So his style is used in telling the story, and it allows the story to be interesting, even though it's just a drama. And then pairing that with the acting and the caliber of actors that they got in for this film just makes it all that better. And there are a couple of twists in the storyline that I didn't see coming. I kind of guessed the end of the film. I kind of saw that coming. It's kind of like a full circle from an element in the storyline at the beginning that you're introduced to. And then as the movie's progressing, I'm like, I bet you that's what happens to this guy. And I ended up being correct. So that was fulfilling to see the full circle of this character and kind of getting what he deserved at the end of the movie based on how he treated everyone around him. I don't think anyone else could have played the character as good as Bradley Cooper, because in the beginning, it's kind of, it's like an onion. You're peeling layers away from this character as the movie is unfolding. So you're seeing what he wants you to see in the beginning of the storyline, but then his true colors start coming out and you realize who he is or what he really is as a person. And then you kind of like, you like him at first, but then you're kind of like, I don't like this guy anymore. So to have that story arc, but then still want to find out what happens to him or how the story ends, even though they've now made the main character unlikable, that's a testament to Bradley Cooper's acting ability to keep you interested in his character. So it is definitely a rarity to catch a film of this caliber with this level of acting and storytelling and directing in this day and age of cinema, especially with the pandemic and cinemas closing down. Movie studios are hesitant to make certain types of films, because something like this you would typically probably see a lower budget put out on streaming services. Netflix or something would buy it or produce it, you know, an original storyline. The production level wouldn't be quite as good. You know, someone like Guillermo del Toro wouldn't be making it. So definitely, if you're into, you know, great atmosphere, great storytelling, great characterization, catch this film. Put some money into it, because it's rare to find a film of this caliber in today's cinema. And subscribe below, because the next movie I think we're going to be reviewing will probably be Spider-Man No Way Home. Colleen and I are going to be seeing that with our kids and some friends, so maybe we'll all do a review as a group together. We'll see. But until next time, last tag.